Good afternoon. Incumbent Senators Amy Marcos and Lito Lapid, as well as former Senators Vicente Sotto III and Panfilo Lacson, formalized their senatorial bid for the 2025 elections after filing their certificates of candidacy on Wednesday, October 2. Senator Marcos, who is seeking re-election, was initially included in the Senate slate of her brother, President Bongbong Marcos, but she later announced her withdrawal from the group to avoid hurting her friends. Several dozen of Senator Marcos' supporters showed up outside the Manila Hotel Tent City wearing red shirts, carrying placards, and banners bearing her name. Incumbent Senator Lito Lapid has also filed his certificate of candidacy for re-election. Meanwhile, former Senate President Sotto filed his certificate of candidacy along with his former running mate during the 2022 elections, former Senator Panfilo Lacson. According to Sotto, he wishes to push through with some of the bills he has filed during his term as senator, including the right sizing of government. As for Lacson, he pledges to be a vanguard of the country's annual national budget and help President Marcos with his projects for the country. The two will run under President Marcos' Alyansa ng Bagong Pilipinas. 10 out of 12 senatorial aspirants under President Bongbong Marcos' Alyansa ng Bagong Pilipinas for the 2025 midterm elections secured the top spots in the latest senatorial preference survey conducted by the social weather stations. Based on the survey, ACT-CIS Party List Representative Erwin Tulfo maintained his #1 position with 54% of voter preference. Former Senate President Vicente Sotto III ranked second with 34%, while Senator Pia Cayetano followed closely in third place with 31%. Senator Amy Marcos, who later announced her withdrawal from the administration slate, tied with former President Rodrigo Duterte in the 4th to 5th positions, as they both received 25% of voter preference. The other candidates endorsed by the administration in the top ranks include former Senator Panfilo Lacson and Senator Ramon Bong Revilla Jr., who tied for the 6th to 7th spots with 24% each. Completing the top 12 senatorial aspirants backed by the administration were Las Piñas City Representative Camille Villar, Makati City Mayor Abigail Binay, Senator Lito Lapid, and former Senator Manny Pacquiao. Sharing the 11th to 13th place with Pacquiao were Senators Bong Go and Ronald Bato de la Rosa. Meanwhile, Department of Interior and Local Government Secretary Benjamin Abalos Jr. and Senate Majority Leader Francis Tolentino were the only senatorial aspirants under Alyansa ng Bagong Pilipinas who did not make it in the winning circle of the SWS September survey. The survey was conducted from September 14 to 23, 2024 and was commissioned with a Strat-based group. It involved face-to-face interviews with 1,500 respondents nationwide, representing key areas including Metro Manila, Balance Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. President Bongbong Marcos signed into law the value-added tax on digital services on Wednesday, October 2. The law, which is now titled as Republic Act No. 12023, will impose a 12% VAT on digital services provided by foreigners. The law is set to recover revenue loss due to unclear tax laws on e-commerce transactions, particularly from foreign companies that serve Filipino consumers but are not based in the Philippines. Subject taxpayers include providers of digital content such as movies, music, images and information, electronic marketplaces, online licensing of software, mobile applications, and videos and games. This will also cover taxpayers providing online advertising spaces, search engine services, social networks, as well as webcasts and webinars. Based on the projection of the Department of Finance, the law is expected to generate between 80 billion pesos and 145 billion pesos from 2025 to 2028, depending on the compliance of subject taxpayers. These are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good afternoon.